Weddings are supposed to be magical, but in the movie Ready or Not, the honeymoon comes with a crossbow, an axe, and a bow and arrow. Let's dive into this brilliant horror comedy where tradition gets a little out of hand. Meet Grace, a sweet, down-to-earth bride marrying into the ultra-rich Ladomas family, who made their fortune selling board games. Sounds quirky, right? Well, the real game begins after the I do's. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this recap. Oh, and also, remember, beware and take care. The movie starts off and we see two little boys, Alex and Daniel, and then we see Charles get shot with a spear gun. Fast forward 30 years. Grace, played by Samara Weaving, is marrying Alex Ladomas, played by Mark O'Brien. She is nervous about fitting in with his family. The wedding is very beautiful, but you can also feel the tension, especially from Alex's cold-hearted Aunt Helene. After the ceremony, Grace is told that she must participate in a family tradition, so her and Alex head down to the family game room. Tony explains the history of family fortunes, and Grace draws a card from a mysterious puzzle box to determine what game they'll play. And she draws hide and seek. Everyone's reaction is uncomfortable because this is the one game that means someone has to die. Grace happily hides, thinking this is all just some quirky little ritual. But the family arms themselves with weapons such as a spear gun, a tiny gun, and a rifle, and they begin the hunt. Grace's night becomes a brutal fight for survival as she and Alex first hide in a room while Clara looks for Georgie. Grace witnesses Clara get shot in the face and killed by accident. Grace is finally fully aware of the family's evil traditions. Alex then secretly helps Grace escape and explains the truth, that if they don't kill her before dawn, the family believes that they will die. Grace begins navigating the mansion's secret passageway. She rips her dress in order to walk better, symbolically shredding her role of passive bride and stepping into survival mode. Grace attempts to sneak out of the house, but is immediately spotted by Tony, Helene, and Daniel. They try to capture her, but Emily comes in and fires her gun, missing Grace, and accidentally kills Clara, one of the maids, by mistake, by blowing her head off. Grace stumbles into the billiards room, trying to find a way out. She hides when she hears someone coming, but Daniel comes in through a secret door. Daniel is not interested in killing Grace. He grabs a drink and allows Grace to run and hide. Grace runs down the hallway, and he does, however, let the family know that she is nearby. They meet up again as Emily accidentally kills Celine the servant. Aunt Helene puts Celine out of her misery. The family talks about tradition, and they debate whether or not to turn the cameras on. Grace makes it to the kitchen as per Alex's plans. Then Stevens enters, threatening Grace's livelihood. Then Alex turns on the security cameras and unlocks the doors. Grace tries to shoot Stevens but can't because the ammo is display only. So she instead hits him in the face with a teapot full of boiling water. Stevens then swings a knife towards Grace. Tony finds Alex in the security room, and then Alex strangles Tony. Daniel then comes in and tries to calm him down, but Tony collapses, and then Alex pleads for Daniel to help him. Then Tony knocks Alex out, and him and Daniel carry Alex away. Grace runs from Stevens and returns to the hallway. Then Grace tries to hide in a dumbwaiter and finds Dora, another servant. Grace tells Dora that the family is not looking for her and that it's safe to come out. But Dora, thinking it's all just a trick, immediately calls out Grace's location and she presses the down button by mistake. The door to the dumbwaiter closes and goes down, and Dora gets crushed. Then Stevens finds Dora. The Ladomas family, realizing that Alex is actively working against them, restrains him by tying him to a bed in one of the mansion's rooms. While the rest of the family is trying to track down Grace, Fitch sneaks away from the chaos and hides. Fitch then pulls out his phone and Googles if the Ladomas family curse is real or not. Grace escapes the house and hides from someone with a flashlight. Grace decides to hide in a barn, and Georgie was the one with the flashlight. Georgie enters the barn and he shoots Grace's hand. Grace knocks Georgie out, gets scared by a ghost, and then falls into the barn pit where the family hides the dead bodies. Grace climbs out. Grace runs, and Charity tries to shoot her with a spear gun, but she misses. Charity informs Stevens of Grace's whereabouts, and Grace finds herself needing to get through a fence. She pulls her way through the fence, slicing her back. She calls for help by a passing car. The car ignores her cries for help. Stevens tracks her through the woods. Tony revealed that if Grace lives, they all die. Daniel and Emily have to clean up, and they find Emily's son, Georgie, in the barn, as Alex tries to escape. Stevens finds Grace in the woods, and Grace chokes him out with cloth. Grace steals Stevens' car and calls for help, and then tells the person to call the police. Since the family sees that Grace took the car, they stop it, giving Stevens time to wake up and tranquilize Grace, putting her to sleep. Grace reawakens as Stevens celebrates with loud music. The family sees all of this via video chat, and then Grace kicks the back of Stevens' head when she wakes up. The car flips and Grace gets out. Daniel finds Grace but cannot kill her. He tells the curse to Grace, and she tells him it's not true. Damn, everyone's just telling the family curse to Grace, I guess. Pretty sure Daniel's the third person that's told her. He knocks her out, and Tony comes out to help with the body. Alex tells Becky that if Grace dies, he'll kill her. Alex also talks about his trauma, and the family readies themselves for the ritual. As the family is ready to sacrifice Grace, Daniel poisons the family, helping Grace escape. Daniel prevents Charity from shooting Grace, and he himself gets shot. Tony finds Grace and she knocks him out. A fire begins as Daniel dies in Alex's arms and Becky tries to kill Grace. She too is knocked out and beat up with the puzzle box while Alex watches. Alex feels betrayed by Grace, even though he kept all of this hidden from her. He catches Grace and alerts the rest of the family. He knows Grace will not stay with him after this. As part of the home burns, the family continues with the ritual. Dawn is near and they hold Grace down, and Alex readies himself to kill Grace. Grace moves, getting Alex to stab her shoulder. It becomes dawn and they all wait to die, but nothing happens. Then Aunt Helene explodes. The family curse turned out to be real. One by one, the family explodes. As Grace laughs with joy, Alex pleads for forgiveness. Grace wants a divorce. Alex explodes. Grace then gets a very sneak peek of LaBelle sitting in his chair. As the mansion burns around her, Grace, bloodied, exhausted, and in her now shredded wedding dress, calmly lights a cigarette just as the police show up. When an officer asks what happened, she delivers a perfectly deadpan response. In-laws. Well, folks, if tonight's family game night ends with exploding in-laws and a blood-soaked bride, maybe just stick to Monopoly next time. Or this time. What? Ready or not, the Ladomas clan clearly wasn't ready for Grace's cardio and chaos. If you enjoyed this recap, smash that like button. And while you're at it, you might as well subscribe before Satan comes knocking at your door holding a crossbow. And remember, if someone invites you to play hide and seek in a creepy mansion, just say you're busy forever. Until next time, stay safe, stay skeptical, and for the love of Satan's pact, don't marry rich. Bye. Take care, everyone. And a bow and blah, blah, blah. And a bow and arrow. And we see Charles get shot. And we see Charles get shot. The car flips out. The car flips and Grace gets out.